What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title's going down. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here in the title. Definitely wild. Definitely wild. This is a post by Eric Daughtery. Says Elon Musk just nailed it. Says there must be hiding something very big in Minnesota to send their foot soldiers there from all over the country. One thing about it, you know, it's definitely wild. It's definitely wild. You know, the simple fact that you have individuals supporting, you know, Tim Walz, Mary Fry, and what they're doing. And we got more to talk about. But it's just wild to me on what they're doing. People are not looking at the bigger picture. When I put out a video yesterday, and I literally showed, you know, the picture of innocent lives, you know, that have been taken, sadly, children, you know, at that. You know, and it's definitely sad. You know, it's definitely sad. And I just don't see how people aren't wanting, you know, these bad individuals out. Check this out right here.
We're here to arrest a child sex offender. And you guys are out here honking.
Oh, they're not. No, we're pressing. We're not.
That vehicle right there is honking and impeding our investigations while we're trying to arrest a child sex offender. That's who you guys are protecting. Insane. That's what we're doing.
And let me tell y'all something. I know this ain't got a lot to do with race, but this just goes to show you right here that you have people of all colors, all shapes and sizes that works for ICE. That literally works for ICE, that are trying, and they're looking at the bigger picture. They're not looking at the simple fact, again, you know, I'm not trying to make this about color, you know, but they're not looking at the simple fact, you know, that, you know, what all ICE, they're doing this, and all ICE is bad, and President Trump is bad, this, that, and the other. They're actually looking, again, this is their job, for people that obviously are illegal, but their main focus is to get these individuals that, again, Tim Walz have let out. And I've showed that, and I've said that these are violent, you know, individuals. You have individuals that are protesting, people that are literally interfering and trying to do their worst when it comes to what, you know, what these operations that ICE is having. And it's unacceptable. It's truly unacceptable. Y'all see it right here. This guy right here, I can tell y'all right now. So for all the people, you know, that want to say, oh, ICE is bad, it's you know, it's a whole bunch of these white ICE officers and this, that, and the other. Man, I done seen all types, you know, like I said, all colors, size. They're not looking at that. They're looking at getting the job done to make, you know, America better. That's it, and that's all.
My word's not for you. My word is not for you. I don't have to go. It's insane how you can be honking.
Definitely wild. Definitely wild. But you have it here. You know, you have, and like I said, you have these individuals that are obviously interfering, these individuals that, you know, are following, you know, and doing, you know, crazy things when it comes down to it. This right here, this is a Signal Gate scandal. You know, it's getting bigger by the hour. Says Signal chat infiltrated by conservative journalists reveals Democratic politicians and former Tim Walz staffer orchestrating anti-ICE protest. So you literally have all of this. It says right here, leaked Signal group chat has exposed deep ties between Democrat officials, including Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and anti-ICE activists in Minneapolis. The private message group called Minnesota ICE Watch has allegedly been used to coordinate protests, issue march orders, even dox federal agents from during the ongoing protests and riots in Minneapolis. Says names of the group's administrators were leaked after the group was infiltrated by conservative independent journalist Kim Higbee and posted to X. Definitely wild, you know, that this is going on. I'll tell y'all that. Definitely wild. Check it out, Fox News.
Rapid response teams in Minneapolis actively collecting information on ICE whereabouts, telegraphing it to protesters, asking people to come and back them up, including outside the donut shop. Let's put up the second screen here, including outside of the donut shop, where Alex Preddy got involved in trying to film or take video of the Border Patrol arrest that was going down and ended up dead. I mean, you can see backup needed at Black Forest Inn parking lot on Nicollet Avenue. Urgent. Observers urgently requested at Glam Doll Donuts. That's where the Preddy incident went down. Observer has been shot by ICE, unknown condition. EMTs present, please be safe. I mean, they're calling for people to actively get out there. And if you, in protest or in trying to interfere or take video or whatever, law enforcement operation as it's ongoing, knowing how chaotic they can be, you try to get in the middle of that, sometimes there are horrible consequences.
We should always decry the loss of human life. We don't want there to be situations like the ones we saw in Minneapolis. But all the blame is going right now to federal law enforcement officers who are carrying out their legal duties. And part of the responsibility lies with these groups, which are conspiring, I think, to obstruct federal law enforcement. That is a crime. They are contributing to, I think, unfortunately, the rise in violence you're seeing in Minneapolis. And it's illegal. It can't, I don't think that what the Trump administration should do is pull back and let the message be sent out that this kind of conspiring, that this kind of use of funds, this kind of obstruction of federal law enforcement is going to succeed, because it then undermines federal law throughout the whole country.
Definitely, y'all. One thing about it, I looked, more into this. This is Cam Higbee right here. Says, here's almost a minute of scrolling through Southside Minneapolis rapid response. ICE chaser, signal group. So you literally have it. Literally says heading to 29th and Bloomington now. White Ford turned around, silver Ford Explorer, New York Place with masked people turning down. So they have these chats that's going around. They're taking pictures and of license plates, and it's definitely insane. It says ICE agents in uniform seen inside blacked out gray Dodge Charger at 10th and 33rd heading southbound on Chicago. No place in front or back. No other ICE vehicles. This stuff right here, I'm not gonna lie, is definitely not surprising. But one thing about it, you have individuals that's in this. Says Signalgate confirmed Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Says in parentheses, Flan's Southside panics and leaked message. We're all effed. Literally said, why would we be in trouble? Relax. Signal is not secure. I worked in communications. Once they figured out where we were, it's only a matter of time. Flan has been exposed. We're all effed. I need to leave this state. Should I leave too? Maybe best to get out of the country. So not only you have individuals, y'all know we mentioned, you have not only Tim Walz, you have Keith Ellison and others that are in this chat, and now they're ready to flee. I guess I'm not sure. Says result, multiple deaths, man's finger, literally off, which is crazy. Countless injuries, insurrection level obstruction on federal law enforcement. There's a lot of things that's going on with this, and it's truly, truly insane. Y'all heard the name Keith Ellison. Y'all have it right here. Says Attorney General linked to Signalgate and their legal help signal channel was instructions to report federal agents to Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. Says the link led directly a page designed by Ellison's office for reporting feds. Ellison has been seen outside of the Whipple Federal Building engaging in protests with insurrection. So you literally have a lot of this, that is going on. A lot of individuals that are in this, and it's definitely insane, of what's going on when it comes down to it. One thing about it, though, President Trump confirms he deployed Tom Homan to Minnesota because of strong history in getting any governor or mayor, to cooperate with him. So, I know I posted a video yesterday. And y'all seen that, President Trump will be sending, and has already sent, Tom Homan, to Minnesota. Check it out right here.
Years, and he's gotten along with governors and he gets along with mayors. Some people don't. Some people just want to do their job and leave me alone. And that's sort of okay, too. That's generally been okay. Most of them are happy. Memphis, Tennessee, very tough, very straightforward. We're taking the criminal out. We're getting them out, either putting them in jail, because some are so bad that you don't want to send them to where they came from because you're afraid they're going to come back. They're murderers. So some are very down and straight, and others, Tom, I've noticed, as tough as he is, he gets along very good with governors and mayors. Now, I spoke to the mayor and to the governor yesterday, and they want to see it cleared up.
I'm so fascinated by your conversation with Governor Tim Walz. This man has suggested that this is a modern-day Gettysburg.
The years, and he's gotten along with governors. And
So you have it here, President Trump. And then I have another link, President Trump exposing Tim Walz and Mayor Fry, literally begging, for help. Because, and they'll get, on social media and they'll lie, they'll, do whatever.
And what they did to get down the cost, they made it shorter, so it doesn't go to San Francisco.
You saw what he said, right? He's claiming victory in Minnesota, by the way. He has posted that you have retreated in Minnesota, Governor Gavin Newsom, and he is encouraging people to keep the pressure up.
See, I haven't heard that at all, because it's just the opposite. I was called by the governor yesterday. I was called by the mayor yesterday. How do we do something? Please, how do we do something? I think it's bad for them. I don't think it's bad for us. I think it's bad for them.
Yeah, you'll have to see what Governor
But it's not
Newsom
a question
posted.
of retreat. We want safe cities. Whether it's if we took a lot of the crime out of there. We want safe cities and states. We want a safe country. And again, we just got a report done by Democrats that the country is the safest ever recorded right now.
Right, along with security.
Real talk. I love it. I'm telling y'all, I love it. Definitely lit. This Tom Homan right now says, got the left panicking. Also said, he said the database would be a launch for leftist insurrectionists stalking and attacking ICE. Like I mentioned, like I showed y'all earlier, there's a lot of things, that will be done because of this happening. Check it out.
This job and these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database where those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick. I bet you a lot of their employers don't know what they're doing. But we're going to make sure everybody knows who they are. We're going to broadcast. They want to broadcast the ICE officer that was nearly killed all over the internet. We're going to broadcast every one of these people we arrest.
I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Y'all know the whole thing. What happened with Charlie Kirk, and you had all those individuals that were posting. It was a lot of threats. It was a lot of all that hot talk, and a lot of them have gotten fired from their jobs. And this, that, and other. That brings me to my next point. There are a lot of people that's in the NBA talking. There's some athletes talking. Me and Retro Steph was talking about it about this topic, and I truly feel as if it's very, very important, for these individuals, to, in a sense, leave it alone. We literally was talking. I was like, man, I told him, I'm like, man, I truly agree with you. Like, they have to leave this alone. Play a sport and leave it alone, because what happens is they truly don't know what's going on. Yeah, you see an athlete and they barely know what's going on when they're out of season. But to just go on there, and I'm not gonna say any names, but to just go on there, and to just say this, that, and whatever, you not knowing what's going on, is definitely insane to me. It's truly insane to me, and it's definitely sickening. This right here says Tom Homan sat down with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry and Police Chief Brian O'Hara for what they're calling a productive conversation.
This
Y'all check it out.
conversation that he had with Tom Homan, he described it as a productive one, and he said that he reiterated his main ask of Tom Homan is that Operation Metro Surge end as quickly as possible. The fact that these meetings are happening at all, it marks a significant change in the dynamics of this standoff that has really been escalating for more than a month now. Governor Tim Walz says that President Trump told him, quote, "We'll be doing things different with Tom Homan in charge. And this morning, after meeting with Homan, Walz's office said the governor reiterated Minnesota's priorities: impartial investigations into the Minneapolis shootings involving federal agents, a swift, significant reduction in the number of federal forces in Minnesota, and an end to the campaign of retribution against Minnesota. One of the big questions now, though, is exactly how different will things look here in terms of the operations? Border Patrol Commander Greg Bavino has taken a very aggressive approach, trying to sweep up as many illegal immigrants as possible, which has often led to clashes with protesters. Homan has pushed for a more targeted approach, focusing on specific individuals with violent criminal records. A lot of folks here seem to be at least hopeful that this leadership change will help calm things down.
I think it's definitely encouraging, you know, but I also don't want to get complacent. Like, I don't think we can definitively say that it's over.
Getting fired is not justice. The man needs to be brought to trial for what he's wrought on Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, last night, a few dozen protesters there targeted a hotel in the Minneapolis suburb of Maple Grove, where they believed Greg Bavino was staying, until local Maple Grove police showed up, started arresting people. At least 26 arrests made last night. Different scene than what we've seen at some of these hotel protests in Minneapolis.
It's a different scene because Tom Homan touched down. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's it and that's all. It's truly a big scene, and a different scene, you know, coming down to it because Tom Homan touched down in Minnesota. When you have an individual that's directly sent, like, hey, you know what? We send it to Tom Homan, you report to me, get this situated. It's going to be a different change. Totally different change. Y'all have it right here. This is what change looks like. This is what progress is looking like. This is what action is looking like. People are going to soon get the idea of what not to do. They're soon going to get the idea, okay, you know what? We can't do this. People are soon, and it may get worse, you know, before it gets better. You never know. But one thing about it, this is a start. And not only, you know, let's not only arrest, you know, these individuals, because them doing this, it needs to be more arrests happening. And I'm speaking Tim Walz. I'm speaking Fry. I'm speaking Ellis. Omar. A whole bunch of different individuals. These Somalians. Definitely. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Please make sure y'all go check out Recklezz Reacts. I dropped my first video on there. You know, that's my second channel. I would definitely appreciate if y'all go check that out. That'll definitely mean a lot to me. I'm going to try to do daily drops, 5 p.m. each day. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video because it's definitely a banger. And make sure y'all stay tuned for the, you know, the Recklezz Reacts video because that's a banger. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.